nurturing a child, when you don't continue correcting this child, the child wouldn't know that what he or she is doing is wrong. So we can only continue talking until our nation, our country get better. Hello.
Good morning, Oli.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Doing fine, thank God.
What's your name?
My name is Ben from Malaga.
Okay, Ben from Madala. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, let
Yes,
me get your reaction on the stories.
I just want to put more mouth on issue of NSC and federal government. Also. Hello.
Yes, I'm with you. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, what is the delay? What are the federal government doing? What is their plan? Who is using? When the president wanted to assign the national anthem, the old one, nobody else, they just approve it. Now, this small one, they are now negotiating as if they are pressing Pepe or this and that. The 60,000 naira, if they are giving 60,000 naira, let's say they are not deducting anything. That 60,000, some people they don't even understand this. When they 60,000 naira minimum wage, you they think they are going to have that 60,000 naira on the normal salary? Because they will put calculator, they will do this through the national salary and income commission. I don't know. If maybe you are paying 200,000 as a minimum wage, what is it? Now, President went ahead and approved the 90 billion or something like that for people that are going to have. What is the benefit of that one? If you want to travel, do it on your own. Forget about, I'm not talking about religion or this and that. Now, if the Christian is about to go to their victim now, he will release that kind of money. Where did he get it? And he saying no money. Please, let the government do better things instead of them to be losing. And they promise all that the refinery is going to be okay by December. Which of the December? December is December. When you move out of one December is there, another December. Another December is another December. Throughout this first year, they will not do anything. Please, help us tell them, or else this child will continue, they refuse to call up this right to this. We continue. Nobody will listen to any Almajiri Amos. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much for that contribution right there. Like I said, we can only keep talking until it gets better. And of course, it's definitely going to get better. All right, let me see if we can squeeze in a few more calls before we wrap up this segment. And then we go get ready for the next segment. 090 7353 0044 or 090 87668888. You can also send us a WhatsApp message to 09097054450. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning and thank you for joining me on the show.
Good morning. Sorry, my name is Tibubo.
Okay, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Asoko.
All right, thank you. Let me get your thoughts.
Basically, I share different perspectives to a couple of things. I feel first, the Labour Congress, I'm sure, have a lot of educated people, maybe economics amongst them.
Okay.
And really, if they are to evaluate the current economic situation, they know very well that the government will not be able to afford the rates that's been demanded. That's one. Two is the fact that any increase in salaries will lead to serious level of inflation. Rather, so why don't we just flip this by saying the demand should be that we are going to shut down the entire country if the lawmakers don't take a pay cut. We are going to shut down the entire country if salaries are not properly harmonized. By that I mean you have wards, children of the super rich or the powerful in this country who all work for the CBN, the FIS and the likes, and they earn better salaries than those who work at the Ministry of Works or the Ministry of Education, and all of these things are the things that have led to the serious level of corruption, inequality, and the various kind of lifestyles we live. I can assure you that from the NLC president and their various cohorts and friends, they will end up having some of their cousins, their nephews, also fixed in these very juicy parastatals or NDAs. So they can start by making demands that will shut down the entire country if all the lawmakers do not take a pay cut, if the salaries are not harmonized. By that way, we will first have reduced the true cost of governance. That's number two. You will create a pure level, playing ground, which will allow first for what you call maybe job mobility, to say that you cannot just continue to work for NNPC from now till kingdom come. Rather, you can be moved from NNPC to maybe to go and teach, and then somebody from the Ministry of, maybe the Ministry of Work can be brought to NNPC, and proper, work mobility, and that is possible when people earn about the same salaries because they work for the same employer, and that employer is federal government. So why would the federal government pay certain people a lot of money and then pay some people peanuts? Because the people who are actually close to power are the guys who end up putting their words in these various companies. And unfortunately, those in the private sector keep missing something. There are a lot of issues, with us. It really kills me a lot of times. If you try to analyze what we are really demanding for, do you see the banking sector joining this strike? Are you saying the banks would actually increase the salaries of their various workers because federal government chooses to do this? No. You are not going to find the private sector opting or increasing, doing the same across board with their various, employees. So it's not a level playing ground. Rather, let's start by cutting down the cost of governance, cost of so many things. Let's begin to review the various contract sums that are awarded, to so many, to so many firms in this country. We have one of the most expensive, contractual terms in the world. And one of the things that has further also increased corruption in Nigeria is the complete contractualization of every project in Nigeria. The Ministry of Works, the guys there are useless. They don't do anything. They only supervise, collect, bribes. And we keep having all of this problem. When will our own engineers be able to build the roads? What are the guys who go to work every day, who claim that to be engineers? What exactly are they doing? So the only way the government can provide it is that we must get back to a proper mixed economic system, as against this failed outright capitalist system we keep preaching. It is not going to work. Government cannot control the private sector if government cannot provide an alternative which will compete with the private sector. And not until we get this, we will continue to mince words. I mean, government cannot come and fix price for what it is not producing. And
thank you.
A lot of problems anyway.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you for that beautiful, beautiful contribution right there. Like we say, our country, Nigeria, it is our concern because we are the citizens. And of course, we are the ones that will definitely bear the brunt of this whole situation, this whole thing that is happening. But like we say, well, things can only get better for us, but we are not envisaging that it gets to that point where it becomes pretty difficult. It will get better, but let me squeeze in this call and then I'll head up. Hello.
Good morning, Madam Deputy Speaker.
Good morning. Deputy Speaker is Holy Ray. Madam Speaker, put Deputy Speaker here.
Good morning, Madam Olire.
Good morning. Thank you so much.
You are the Deputy Speaker of our beloved station.
Yes.
So,
while Mata is a speaker.
Yes, you are the Deputy Speaker.
All right, sir. Let's do this for 1 minute.
Thank
Let me
you,
say
ma.
50 seconds.
My name is Dr. Olajide. I'm calling from Washington State.
Okay, sir.
We will continue to talk or speak concerning national issue. On this issue of national minimum wage, I commend labor because a laborer deserves its wage and emolument. They deserve it. Looking at the conversation of how Nigeria economy is, it deserves better way. It deserves way that will make them at least feel happy a little bit. Having said that, Madam Deputy Speaker, if you now look at what labor is tabling on ground, how realistic is that amount? 470 something thousand as a minimum. And I asked Labour, that 470 something thousand as a minimum, is it for the highest pay or for level 01?
Okay, just try and wrap up. My time is up.
Okay. Finally, both the Labour and the federal government should come to a term of amount that will be reasonable for government to pay and that will be better for Labour to.
That's how it should be. And of course, I'm sorry, but I think the network interrupted that conversation right there. I cannot take more calls. And in the aspect of the NAFDAC warning sellers of vegetables, grains, and all of that to disease from the use of harmful preservative chemicals. It's something that I would really, really want the NAFDAC to take very seriously and do a whole lot of sensitization so that it can reach the street. And then looking at it, also the Director of Veterinary Medicine and Applied Products VMAP, Dr. Ramatu Momodu, reiterates that using certain chemicals, especially pesticides, to preserve grains is not an approved practice at all. I mean, we are in Nigeria where we're supposed to enjoy these things naturally ripe from the fruit, from the stem, but no. A lot of persons have even stopped taking oranges and all of that because of how it is preserved and the means in which it is preserved. So please, let's do well and make sure that we do enough sensitization. And of course, we Labour and federal government